good, Mark. Good morning. It's great to have you here in Paris. It's the second day of this meeting between HealthLab, a US-based organization, and at Hôtel Dieu, innovation arm for APHP. Maybe tell us a little bit why, as Debiopharm, it was important for you to be here these 2 days.
Well, thank you for having me here, Laurent, first of all. So it was interesting for us because actually we are investing in digital technologies for pharma development. And having HealthLab here is also very interesting because there are a lot of events here in Europe around digital health, but very few of them actually bring together people from Europe and the US. So that's one of the main reasons why I came here.
And yesterday was a lot about AI in drug discovery, a lot about AI imaging. Today is a bit more, or a lot more, about patient care, patient app, B2C. First is how do you see these ones in terms of level of maturity? And then second, obviously as Debiopharm, I mean, where is your main focus in terms of what you're interested in?
So when we look at AI, and obviously Paris is a great place to talk about AI because it's one of the world's major hotspots for AI development. AI is disrupting the whole healthcare industry and pharma industry, but at a very different pace. So we see that the health providers are being now heavily disrupted by AI, but there are still some obstacles which are mainly due to regulations and reimbursement. We at Debiopharm, we are more focused on pharma development. If you look at early stage pharma development, drug discovery, AI has been a main driver for disruption, and the disruption has gone very faster because it's much less regulated. Whereas when you come closer to the clinical development phase, there AI is having an impact, but it's moving a little bit slower due to regulation hurdles.
And obviously you are based, or Debiopharm is based in Switzerland. Here it's Paris. I mean, is Europe your main focus in terms of, I mean, maybe your playground looking for these digital health companies?
Europe is a thriving place for digital health, but we're investing in US, obviously, and in Europe and Israel. That's really our playground. US is interesting because it's a big market. So you can scale a startup which comes with a new technology, can scale it very fast in the US, much faster than in Europe. But nevertheless, Europe is not really far behind now in terms of innovation. So we see a lot of interesting things. If you look at our portfolio is divided approximately 50-50 between, on one side, US, and on the other side, Europe and Israel.
So now I'm going to be super practical for a startup. You know, if I'm a startup and I want to reach out to Debiopharm, you know, how should I do? I mean, do I reach out to you or your team? And then second, can you tell a little bit about maybe the bar they need to have reached, or maybe the conditions so they can engage into a productive discussion?
Well, we are a strategic fund, so our investment thesis is closely aligned with our corporate strategy, which means that we will be looking at companies which can bring an added value to Debiopharm's drug development cycle. So that's our main criteria. We don't have really criteria in terms of revenues because we're investing early stage. We do seed stage and Series A mainly, which means that we can look at companies which come with an MVP, for instance, with pre-market products, and we'll be happy to look at it. But our main, I would say that our main criteria is really the strategic alignment.
Okay, very good. So, and your main focus is oncology.
So the Debiopharm's focus is oncology, but if you look at tools for drug development, most of them are agnostic when it comes to indication.
One last question. We're obviously at Hôtel Dieu. It's in an hospital.
It's a wonderful place.
And personally, my experience is I don't have many digital health meetings happening in an hospital.
No.
Does it have a particular resonance for you to do this actually here in an hospital versus an hotel or conference center?
Well, first of all, it reminds me of my old days when I used to be a physician. A very long time ago. No, but more seriously, I think having looking at healthcare providers like hospitals, trying to foster and to bring digital innovation forward is very important, because obviously they will be the main beneficiaries of this. So for me, it makes total sense.
Oh, it's very nice and great to have you here, because this community you were talking about, between investors, the two of us, and then obviously the rest of the team, it's important being together. It's a bit of a new setup. So I'm very happy that you were able to join, and I look forward to the rest of the day.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you
very much, Laurent.
Thanks.
Have a great day.